Alright, welcome to another Space Luchador program. Today, quick video hopefully. Speed run, right? And before we start, help me help you by buying me a coffee. The link is in the description down below. Let's get started. So you want the truth. This is more than just men's dating BS, alright? Let's just give this guy a try.
I want to address something that I ignored when I first started this channel, but it's come up so much that I want to address this in a video. Countless times I've gotten messages from people and comments that say something along the lines of, why do you make these videos? Why do you care about these women? Why do you care about other people's dating experience? Let me explain something to you guys. Part of me starting this channel was simply a hobby, having fun, running my mouth, speaking my piece. Another part of this channel is because I'm sick and tired of seeing good, decent, average men that I can maybe help feel a little better about themselves, as they should. And then also part of me is sick and damn tired of seeing the shit I see in my world, in my country, to my people. And I'm not going to be quiet about it. I'm going to speak my mind because I can. If you don't want to listen, kick rocks. There's a bazillion other YouTube channels to watch. If you don't like what I have to say, you don't have to watch. I run my mouth and, gently poke at trashy, narcissistic, quite frankly, garbage women in the dating market today because it's a bigger problem. It's because of a bigger picture. Dating is one small element to our lives. People used to get married and have families and, everything that comes with that. Nobody's doing that anymore. Now, granted, let's pump the brakes because as far as I know from the research I've done, the child replacement rate thing has been an issue since probably the 70s, safely. Correct me down below if you know better than me, but from the research I've done throughout my life, I think around the 70s is when this started becoming a problem. But regardless, it's not getting better. Now, I don't give a shit what you do or don't do, if you want to have kids or don't want to have kids, but you're not going to tell me this isn't weird. You're not going to tell me that it's not strange that we have a society full of trash women that are running around hooking up with all these bums.
Alright, well, you can obviously see what the problem is here, right? It's women's fault again. And it's like you do the math, and he misses the biggest point of them all. Right? For some reason, he's butthurt, right? Which he should not be, because it's like, well, it don't matter. Right? You're a fisherman. You're supposed to catch, not chase, right? And in the name of chess and the game, right? This is something you cannot do, right? Because no woman believes you really give a rat's ass. You don't, right? You're an advocate for what, right? You're trying to teach guys how to catch fish, or are you trying to fix trash women? First of all, that can't be done. Two, it's not like trashy from what I see, right? From his whole reasoning on why women are trash, and they don't, because they're hooking up with bums, right? And then forget the fact, well, who the hell are these bums, right? That you speak of. How are these bums, just magically they're getting some, taking the W's and the V's, right? The victories. And here you are, right, taking the L. And all these other guys, right, that should be getting the V's, but it's because they don't know what the hell they're doing. And you've proven it in your video. You're literally saying, trash women. Right? It's like, what? Do we think women are going to sit here? Holy shit, I see society's going on the shitter. I see it's our fault. So I must change my... Well, first of all, women have never changed. It's been the same since day one. All the way up to 2025. Today. Right? It's never changed. You know what changed? Spoiler alert. Men have changed. You've lost your ways. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You think it's women's fault. It's your fault. You allowed this. We all allowed this crap to happen. Right? And none of us have ever, right, or can't anymore because Pandora's box is open. The moment you said, well, everybody has a damn voice and everybody has a choice and a want and all this other shit in relationship world, right? You can't have two captains. You can't. You can't have two opinions. Even though I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, but you can't have two opinions, right? You can't have two wants. You can't. Either, because if you have that, you got two people just clashing, right? On what the hell, who wants who. And usually the guy, if he's weak and pathetic, right, will give in to all of her damn demands. And then before you know it, she's the captain and you are the bitch. And it's over. Said and done. And that's the bums. And then now you got women running around thinking they're the shit, right? Understand, and that's exactly how it works. And then you got you. Trash women. Right? And the women hook up with these bums. And then all these other women are, doing the same, running around, clubbing, and doing all this other stuff. Well, I hate to say it to you, son. Right? Most of these women are actually well off. They got good cars. They got good money. They got jobs. Got all sorts of shit. Better than the men. You know why? It's motivation. Because women do all this shit for the shit. Right? They do all this shit for the car, for the money. For the experience of going to clubs and buying their own shit, even though they don't, because they don't have to. Right? But any other shit that they want, I don't know, the nails, the trips, the women's night out or whatever, paid for by themselves. Because society has been put like that nowadays, right? But men, right? Men's motivation for doing all this shit was not for the shit. It was to get money and status and all this other shit to catch fish. And no one wants to just admit it, right? As somehow just men just want to just work, right? A fucking, 9 to 5, or the classic shit. 8-hour shifts, 12, 13, 15-hour shifts to come home, jerk off, and do it all over again. All right? That's an L in everybody's book. Understand, no matter how much work you make and how much damn money you make, if you come home to jerk off, an L. That's it. It's over. It's a wrap. And that's why men are suffering all over the world. That's why you got Peterson crying. Right? That's why you got guys in silence. Because it's a shit life. There ain't no... What? And of course there's going to be some guys, about women. Damn it. When the hell are you going to admit the V makes the world go round? Damn near. That's why we got this dude in this video, right? That's why we got my pod here. Right? But anyways. There you go. Alright. Ain't much more you can say on this one. This is just a straight up what it is. It ain't their fault. Alright? It ain't women's fault. I'm not even saying it's your guys' fault or the men's fault. I'm just saying correct yourself. It's an easy fix. You're a fisherman. They're the fish. That's it. Don't bash the fish for what fish do. Understand? You just put your hook in the water, sit your ass down, open up a beer, right? And wait for that damn line to start wiggling on and reel it in. That's it. Alright? Anyways, I will see you on the next Space Suit Program.